Hi, I am Ashera Dominique Boyer from sensualhealing.net, and I help women who face sexual abuse heal in a holistic, sensual, and spiritual way. I am French and I'm speaking in English because I am passionate about the English language, and I'm working worldwide with English speaking and French speaking women. So today I want to draw on the topic of self-esteem, because self-esteem, when you have faced sexual and mental abuse, is a topic that actually is pursuing you for many, many years. At least it has been pursuing me in my trials to transform my life and heal for many, many years. It has been a stepping stone in my healing journey. So I'm happy to share about that topic. And with to start with the multiple variations of self-esteem, of low self-esteem that happen when you have faced sexual and mental abuse. So yeah, I'm always adding mental abuse to the sexual abuse, because I feel that it is very important to acknowledge the mental aspect of the abuse. It is not only an abuse that has consequences on the physical body, but abuse has consequences on the emotional body, on the energetical body, on the mind, yeah, on your mind, on your spirit, on your soul, and on your brain. So that's very important to me, to add the mental aspect and the overall aspects to sexual abuse. So, sexual abuse, mental abuse, abuse, and self-esteem. Self-hate, self-loathing pattern. Well, you look at yourself in the mirror, if you dare to, and you just hate what you're seeing. Lack of confidence. You want to try something new. You want to meet someone new. You're applying for a new job, and you start feeling you're not good enough, you're not successful enough, you're not valuable enough, you're not sexy enough, you're not intelligent enough to succeed in what you want to accomplish. Negative thought patterns and self-sabotaging behaviors. Like, you want to implement new healthy habits in your everyday life, like healthy food, healthy exercising, healthy routines, healthy affirmations, and as soon as you have spent 2 or 3 days implementing your new healthy habits, you end up having an emotional breakdown that blows away all your efforts in like an instant. So guilt, shame, very, very dear friends of the low self-esteem body. So everything in your reality, your inner reality, invalidates your worth, invalidates your value, and confirms you in your belief that you are not enough. And actually, you are so unified with that belief that you are not enough, that without even knowing it, you create a life that confirms you in every aspect that you're not enough, that you're not good, and that you're worthless. But good news, good news. The abuse was in your past. And even though it's a huge shock that has that has had a huge impact, deep impact on all levels of your being and on all levels of your life, I want to tell you that you can transform, you can change, and you can create the life that you want, and you can be the you that you naturally are. How do we do that? Yeah, how do we do that when we are invaded by such low self-esteem on a daily basis? Well, think of it. Self-esteem is the way you think of yourself, the way you feel about yourself, and the way you believe about yourself. What you think, what you feel, and what you believe about yourself. What you think, what you feel, what you believe about yourself. And I want to tell you about something. When you are faced with abuse, you are faced with deep violation of your boundaries. You are faced with the shock of being violated, invaded in your core integrity, in your core boundaries, in your core identity. And usually the abuser is someone you love, someone you care about, someone who is supposed to take care of you and support you, someone you depend upon, someone you want to feel loved by, right? So how can your heart, your mind, how can your heart and your mind integrate that huge, immense, shocking paradox that the very person who is a carer, who is supposed to love and show respect to you, is showing how mistreated, how normal it is to be mistreated, to be manipulated, to be violated, right? So that, of course, distorts the way you perceive reality. And that's completely normal to start believing that you have no value. I want to tell you that this is not your fault, right? This is a normal distortion of reality caused by abuse. But the way to start changing things is to come back to the present moment. Right now, you are an adult. You are not the victim at the very moment. You are not a victim at this very moment of abuse, and you have the power to start transforming. So how do you do that? For me, 3 steps: seeing, feeling, creating. Seeing, feeling, creating. I really like saying seeing is healing, because something that you do not see, you cannot heal. Something that you are unconscious of, you cannot start to transform. So the very first step of your transformation is seeing. And in order to see, I suggest you take a journal, a pen, paper, and you take some time. You can pause this video and you take some time to journal. Journal a list of, let's say, at least 10, 20 points of how you think, how you feel, and what you believe about yourself. What you think about yourself, what you feel about yourself, and what you believe about yourself. So you can close your eyes, let those coming up, and write them down. And a very good way to complete that list is also to just go about your day and start becoming the witness. Become the witness of your self talk. Become the witness of how you respond to people, of how you respond to situations, how you respond to obstacles, how you respond to unexpected situations, events. Start being the witness and take notes. Take notes. So that's the first part, seeing first. So when you make that list and you are in that phase of seeing the way you interact with the world, I want to ask you something. Please try to not judge yourself for what you're writing and what you're seeing. I know it's very difficult, but trust the fact that this is only the first step to your transformation. Trust that fact and start getting used to be uncomfortable, because healing from sexual abuse can be pleasurable in a way that you're going to recover your senses, right? And the journey is definitely going to take you into your shadows and your uncomfortable places. So try to hold that faith that this is only the first step and that it changes with time. Second step, first we had seeing, second step we have feeling. So feeling is about reparenting yourself. Now you are an adult. You are not victim in the present moment. So you have the ability to hold the space for your feelings and your emotions. Yeah. So when you see, when you witness yourself being in a moment of self-hate, shame, guilt, or whatever comes up, take some time. Go in nature if it's possible for you, if it's something that nourishes you, or go into a calm space where you can be on your own. Sit down, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and breathe. Breathe with your belly. Breathe with your heart. And hold the space. Simply be present with the way you're feeling. Be present with what you're feeling. Be present with all the images, with all the memories, with everything that resurfaces. Just be present, and breathe with it. Don't try to change anything. And let the flow of the energy and of life work its way through you. Feel it. Yeah, hold the space for yourself. Third, we had seeing, feeling, and now creating. So now you've felt and that you held the space. This is the moment where you can start creating and making new choices. So for example, let's say you want to change the way you care about yourself. Then make a list. What are the first steps that you can take to change the way you care about yourself? Write down a list of, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 steps you can take to change the way you care about yourself. Or write 3, 4 affirmations about how you can start changing the way you think about yourself, what you believe about yourself, and start implementing those every day, consistently. So you see, you feel, and you create. You create new beliefs, you create new affirmations, you create new actions, and you implement them in a consistent day-to-day manner. And you are going to see your transformation unfolding in front of your eyes. But you have to be consistent and give it some time, right? So implement and write in the comment how that resonates with you, how that works for you. And of course, if you need support, reach out. Blessings on your healing journey.